All right, right here we're looking at gold on the 2 minute. This is London session. This is honestly out of my session. Like I really shouldn't be trading it, but it looked like a good setup. And the reason why I took it is because if we look up here, this little red box right here, this created a double top, right? So we were to look right here. There's one top, and then right here too. There's another top. So a double top is just a rejection type of pattern. So if it makes one top right here, another top here, we can see right here, right after it dropped. So after it dropped, this gave me the confirmation of which direction price wants to go. So after seeing that, I saw this impulsive move down right here. Let me delete all this stuff. So after seeing this double top along with this impulsive move, I looked carefully at this impulsive move to see if we broke structure, and we clearly did. We can see breaks the structure right here at this level. Let me just mark these out. So a break structure right there. See a break structure right here. So we had two breaks of structure just from this impulsive move down. So after seeing that, we already have step 1 and 2 out the way. Step 3 was just identifying the supplier demand level, and since we're looking for sales, then we'd be looking for a supply level, which is this blue zone right here. And this is on the 2 minute, by the way. So it'd be this blue zone right here, this blue candle, this last bullish candle before the impulse move down. This would be our supply. So we already have steps 1 through 3 out the way. Step 4, the fair value gap. So there's no fair value gap near our supply zone, but looking out on the 5 minute, we can see that this whole area right here, this whole orange area, is a fair value gap on the 5 minute. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, we have a fair value gap to fill down here. Plus, if we zoom out on like the 15 minute, we can see during Asia session, price came up, came down, and it continued to keep pushing up. And then if we zoom out even more, over here we can see that price is in a 4-hour supply. If I were to draw this up from here to here, this whole area, this whole blue area right here is a 4-hour supply. So I'm already looking for like some type of rejection back down, because we did gap up when the market opened. But yeah, I saw a price like creating new highs during Asia. You know, we gapped up, pushed up, came back down, took out liquidity right here, breaking this low, and then we continue to push back up after this liquidity sweep. So now, like, I wasn't even looking at the charts, to be honest. I really wasn't. But I came back from my run and I was like, okay, everything is just looking pretty nice right now. Everything's looking lined up. But the thing that did it for me was just this double top up here. This double top is what sold me, along with this impulsive move. So after seeing all that, I was like, okay, everything's looking good. Everything's looking green. Let me trail this. But yeah, everything was looking good, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna probably get a clean rejection right here. I might just get out around this zone just because we just tapped into this zone. Let me get out on my, or let it run, let it run.
Order filled.
All right, I'm gonna just get out. Or should I not? Yeah, I'll get out. All right, that's clean, man. But anyways, let me mark this all up for you guys from the beginning, just so you're not confused from all of this, all these drawings. And let me show you how I drew it all up before I even entered. So looking out at the 5 minute, let me do my top down analysis. So if you didn't see my top down analysis video, I just dropped it on, what was it, Friday? Yeah, I just dropped it on Friday, just explaining how I do my top down analysis, starting from the 1 hour, going down to the 15 minute, down to the 5 minute, so on and so forth. So looking at the 1 hour, or like I said before, I was even looking at the 4 hour, because usually, let's say I'm looking at the 15 minute and you just see this, right? You're like, you don't know if this is a high. Well, obviously you know it's a high, but you don't know like which, or the area that it's in, unless if you zoom out to the 1 hour, because for all we know this could be all-time highs. But if you look out the 1 hour, maybe the 4 hour, you can see that there's price action over here in the back. So I'm like, okay, we're in this, like I mentioned earlier, we're in this 4 hour supply. We're in this 4 hour supply. That's one thing, right? And then, but that doesn't give me too much of a bias, because we can easily just, let's say I put this back here, it can easily just keep pushing up and then break past the high. But yeah, like I'm not really relying on it too much. Like just looking at this and seeing that it's in 4 hour supply, my bias isn't automatically just set on, oh, I'm looking for sales. I just wanted to see where price was at. So I saw we're in this 4 hour supply. So like it's giving me kind of that intuition of, okay, my bias could be primarily looking for sales just because we're in this zone. Like I'd rather be taking a sell rather than a buy. But moving on, go at the 1 hour. This is all we see. There's not really too much going on. It's kind of like the same thing as the 4 hour. Just looking back, we can see that right here, this impulsive move down right here, we can see a 1 hour supply. Let me use the raise. 1 hour supply from this bullish candle. So now we go back to where price is at. Now I'm seeing that we're tapping into this 1 hour supply. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now it's giving me more confidence that I'm not going to really be looking for buys. Like if I do see a setup, I'm only going to take a sell, because we're in this 1 hour supply. And the higher time frames, I'm pretty sure you're going to hear this from every single trader, but the higher time frames are a stronger bias, gives you a stronger bias, gives you a stronger outlook, stronger rejections. The higher time frames are just overall stronger than the lower time frames, such as like the 5 minute, 3 minute, and everything below that. Now I looked at the 15 minute. The 15 minute still wasn't really telling me anything. All I see here is a gap up, retracement back down, liquidity sweep, and then we push back up. So there's not too much going on in the 15 minute. Another thing we also see right here is just a fair value gap right here on the 15 minute. But again, it's not giving me too much information on my bias on like what I'm going to take or what play I'm going to take. Scaling down to the 5 minute. All we see right here is just choppiness. So like when price was just doing this the whole time, I wasn't even really paying attention to it. I wasn't even really looking at it like that. I didn't care for it. The thing that made me care for it was going down to the 3 minute. Price was creating equal highs up here on the 3 minute. So I saw this double top. Then I saw this impulsive move down, breaking structure right here. So I'm like, okay, we have a double top pattern. We've been rising. After we did this spike up, spike down, and this liquidity sweep, after this liquidity sweep, all we've been doing was just rising. We've been creating higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then when we got to here, when we got over here, we can see that price created a higher high, higher low. And then when it came up again, it didn't create this higher high. Instead, it created an equal high, shot back down, broke structure down here. So this break of structure was just my confirmation that I'm going to be looking for sales, like strictly only going to be looking for sales. So after I seen this on the 3 minute, I'm like, okay, let me see what I can see on the 5 minute, 3 minute. So originally I saw this. So let me pull out the system. So looking at the system, we can see that we have step 1, the impulsive move, which is the series of these 3 black candles, these 3 bearish candles right here. We see the impulsive move. Step 2 is a break of structure. Break of structure, we can see that. We can see it right here. You know, we can also see it break the low right here. So now that we have step 2 out the way, I'm like, okay, step 3, locating our supply and demand. So since we're in a downtrend, this would be our supply. So I saw this. Technically, it didn't hit it on the 3-minute. So I saw this come up. I was hoping it was going to tap it on the 3-minute, but then I saw price wick up and then slowly closing back down here. So I went down to the 2-minute. And if you look at the 2-minute, you can see that the 2-minute supply is different from the 3-minute, because this is the 3-minute originally. But now that we're looking at the 2-minute, we can see that the last bullish candle before the impulsive move down, this candle right here would be our supply. So then I drag this down to the bottom of this wick on this 2-minute supply. So now that I dragged it down, I can see that price did wick into this area, close down here. And then after that, I was just waiting for the rejection. So going back to our system, this is our supply level on the 2-minute. Now step 4, fair value gap. There was no fair value. There's like a small one, I think, on a 5 or the 3-minute. I forgot. I think it was a 3-minute. But I wasn't really paying attention to fair value gaps in this area. What I saw was a fair value gap right here on the 5-minute, which it's filling right now. And I would have hit full TP if I held that, but I didn't really care. This is London session, it's not my session, so it's alright. But anyways, going back to the system, this was the fair value gap that I saw. Going to step 4, the fair value gap that I saw was on the 5-minute, back down to this, back in this area, this whole orange area. So seeing a fair value gap in the intended direction that you want price to go, which in this case is a sell, seeing that gives me more confirmation because it gives me a take profit zone, right? So anywhere in this area, as soon as it touches this, you can collect. As if it goes down to the halfway point, you can collect, or if you want to get that full fill down here at the bottom of the zone, you can collect. But anywhere in the zone, you're able to collect. But that's besides the point. The point is, with this gap being down here and I'm looking for sales after rejecting this supply, it gives me more confirmation that price wants to fill that area, because that's all a fair value gap is. It's an empty space in price that the market wants to fill eventually. So after seeing that fair value gap, all I did was go to step 5, wait for the rejection off of the zone. We got this rejection right here, close down here. So once we got that rejection, all I was waiting for is step 6, waiting on the break of this candle, since this is the candle that last touched the zone. So I was just waiting to see how this candle will play out, and this was a pretty strong bearish candle. So once price came up, rejected, oh my god, my eyes dry. But once price came up and rejected and this candle opened, once this strong bearish candle broke through below the low of this candle, I entered, and then I set my TP somewhere right here. I know I collected like up here somewhere, but I just set it right here. And then after that, you just let the play run, and then we can see that it hit full TP. But yeah, I caught this play on this platform I'm using right now. It's Top Step, because I just recently got some accounts today, and I kind of just wanted to get a head start going into New York, and I'm up like 1,100 on each account. I got 5 of them, and then I caught these on 5 of my Tradify accounts too, which honestly I shouldn't have taken, because it's not in my rules to trade London session. But the setup just looked too clean, and you guys see how this shit played out. Like, it was just so perfect. No retracement, no drawdown at all. We just got in, entered, followed our system down to the T, and rode all the way down to TP. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a live trading video to post it on YouTube, just because I'm focused more on like educational educational content rather than like posting reels about my plays hitting without explaining why I took the play or anything like that. Because I feel like I'm just in the season of just trying to help other people, help other traders, and help them succeed, basically. But yeah, that would be it for this video. I'm gonna be back in the morning. I don't know if I'm gonna record that session since I already did this one, but yeah, I'll just see y'all in the next video. Peace.